Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And you're watching
Between
Two Shoes. And today, Meg, we're talking about cushion. Meg, they're pretty similar shoes and relatively the same price.
Yep, $160, $165, right in that range.
All right, so what shoes are we talking about?
Today we are talking about the New Balance 1080 V13.
Do you know that has fresh foam in it?
It sure does, not fuel cell. And the Nimbus 25.
What's the cushioning in this one?
Flight Foam Blast Plus.
With some pure gel. So both these shoes are comfort trainers. Like these are the ones that you're gonna get if you want to have soft landings, a little bit of bounce. It's just a really nice ride. I can't really complain about either of these shoes. I really like both a lot. I think it gets down to such a small nuance that makes me go one way over the other.
All right, so the Nimbus 25 has been out for a little bit longer than the 1080. Like we said, it has a full thing of Flight Foam Blast Plus, which is that very soft foam from Asics. This upper...
Soft and responsive.
This upper is just super comfortable. We've said it before, I'll say it again, it's the best tongue ever. This pull tab is real nice. Everything is just comfortable, seamless.
I mean, if you look
great.
inside here, the collar is just, it's padded like a fluffy couch. I mean, This is made for comfort.
Yeah, it's a comfort cruiser for sure. Like Thomas mentioned, there is that pure gel in here still. It's just hidden, so you can't see it, but it is in there.
And pure gel is in there to attenuate vibration. So what that's supposed to...
What is that, some marketing jargon?
Yeah, that is some marketing jargon. But what that means is that as you land, it's supposed to eat up that vibration and make it even more comfortable for your long runs.
Yeah, and plenty of stack under here. You have 41.5 in the heel and 33.5 in the forefoot, so 8mm drop.
I like the higher stacks. It gives me that extra, inch that I've been looking for.
Okay. And yeah, like we said, this one is 160, right in that normal daily trainer range.
What are we putting it up against?
The 1080.
The 1080 hasn't been around quite as long at version 13 versus version 25. But, it's in there. It's hanging in there.
Yeah, so very similar to the Nimbus. This is a very plush, comfortable upper. It fits well. It's seamless. There's no issues with it. And then underneath the foot here, you have a full slab of Fresh Foam X.
Wow, that's cool.
38mm in the heel, 32 in the forefoot, so 6mm drop, so slightly lower drop than we were talking about in the Nimbus.
Yeah, and we put lots of miles on both these shoes. We've had this one we had a proto that was early in the year, way before it came out. And then we had this one for at least 3 months now. If you're talking about characteristics, what would you say the difference is between the two of them?
I do feel like the 1080 might have a little bit more versatility. I think this foam and this is a new formulation of Fresh Foam, so it's not what you're gonna feel from the previous version. It just feels a little bit more bouncy and maybe a little bit more responsive. Like I could pick up the pace a little bit more, whereas in the Nimbus, I just want for those easy cruiser days.
The weight of these shoes comes in similar, Meg. What is it?
So it's 10.9 for your men's, 10.5 in the Nimbus 25, and 10.1 in the New Balance 1080.
So we're really talking about not even an ounce heavier for the Nimbus. What I do find, this Fresh Foam X maybe has a little more bounce to it, a little more like sink in, bounce up. And then this one has, I just feel like the sturdier platform, like if you're looking for more stability, I feel like this one leans a little more to the stable side.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of what you want these shoes for. I think the Nimbus, like I said, tends to go for that more recovery day vibe, whereas I feel like 1080 is more of that daily training and maybe even long run, pick up the pace sometimes.
Yeah, so I feel like this really hits that max cushion spot for Asics, where this is going to be maybe one step down from what we're hoping to see from the more V5 coming out later this year or next year. So yeah, I would agree with Meg that you can get more like variability out of this shoe. But Meg, when it comes to the shoes, which one are you going to pick?
This is really, really hard because I love both of these shoes a lot. And ironically, we did it between two shoes a while ago, between the Nimbus and the More V4, and I went Nimbus. This time, I think I'm going New Balance 1080.
It's so close for me that I'm going to go with like a design thing. And I just feel like this one is nice. It looks good and stuff. But it is a little bit on the softer side. It's a little more, I don't know, I call it feminine than the 1080. So for that reason, I kind of lean towards the 1080 is like if I was going to choose between them, just if I was looking at the wall. I do like the way the Fresh Foam X on this shoe has kind of like a little more bounce, but I like the stability and the high platform that's in this Nimbus. I'm going to edge it out. I'm going to go with design, and I'm going to pick this one.
We agree, you can't go wrong, but if we had to choose, we're going 1080.